Hello guys, hello guys, hello guys. So it's been a while. It's been quite a while since you've seen me. And I'm wearing this because I have those, dry cracks. And I put some lotion in here, so my thumb is currently bathing in lotion. It seemed to be a really good way to get rid of dry cracks if you do this for a while. Plus, the crack doesn't hurt because it kind of gets moist inside there. Don't keep it on too long though. It also makes it very easy to flip pages. So today we are doing a little flip through of this journal here. It's a bunny rabbit hair journal. That's the theme of it. It's. I wasn't gonna make a thick journal. Yeah, I know. I'm hopeless. I wasn't gonna make a thick journal. I was gonna just make one that was, just flat journal. I was just gonna make a quick, simple one for this is to give to my friend for Easter. And because she's been backing me mentally and listening to me whine when this winter has been so tough. This winter has been a nightmare. And there's a lot of people up here saying it. I mean, it's still winter here, but today at least the snow is melting and sun is shining. Let's see how I do this. Let's see if I can show it. My windows need some serious cleaning, but yeah, there you can see. Okay, let me just put you back. So yeah, that's what it looks like outside. I have a few things here. I'm hoping that's not one of them. A few things here and there that I'm hoping to add on into this. And yes, I know that's stupid because it's thick, but hey, it's me. Let's make everything chunky. The chunky journals are awesome. So at the edge of this lace here, it wasn't very long, so I can't wrap it like multiple times. This was all I had left, and it's really cute lace. Look at that. It's so cute. I love this lace. I hope I will find more one day, but yeah. The underside isn't that pretty, but the top side is really cute with all the flowers. So I sewed on some leaves, hand sewn, and yes, cat hair, and I should probably get rid of them. Not the cat, but the hair. Oh, I'm going to the vet next week, and I just checked with the insurance company and I checked with the vet, and it's most likely won't be covered with the pet insurance that I have. And on top of that, this thing is gonna cost somewhere between, now I'm talking Swedish crowns here, so about 10,000, between 10,000 and 15,000 Swedish crowns, and that is about $1,500, something like that. I know a lot of you watching is from the US, so that's why I'm saying dollars. Actually, I think dollar is pretty low right now compared. Oh, approximately. So that's gonna be interesting. Yay! So anyway, leaves hand sewn on. Wow, here comes the sun and makes everything pretty. Yay! This is the cover. So I made this from an old book, and yeah, I thought that one fit. And you can kind of see I put some little gold. I haven't done this in a while, so I kind of forget what everything stickles. So basically glitter glue. Yes, it's on here, and I inked the edges, of course. Yeah. So let's do this flip. This is a very filled journal. So I have these. I found these secondhand. This Ex Libris, and you can write your name there. And I thought these were really fitting. Look at all the animals around here. They are so pretty. I love this. It's so pretty. This side, again, Edith Holden. I love her. I love her stuff. So yes, of course, I'm going to use it. And here is a Swedish translation, because I have Edith Holden books mostly in Swedish. So there's a little poem there. And I put some, to make it pop, because I tried first to put it on without anything behind it, and kind of just blend it into the background because this is the same paper. So I inked the edges, didn't happen anything. didn't really do the poof that I wanted, so I took some green fabric and frayed it around the edges to make it really pretty. So sorry, hang on, sorry about that, it's really dusty in here. So yeah, so on this side I did a little lace atop and put the word create and a little bookmark with a bunny and some Easter stickers with bunnies. They're so cute. Yeah, up there. And then of course bunny. So I used a lot of images from this book. I found it secondhand. I think I paid maybe 10 Swedish crowns, so about $1 for that. And in the first pocket we have a sticker, of course, super job, yay! And this is an old vintage bookmark, and you have hair on the back, so it's not bunny, these are hairs, and you can tell because they have longer ears. And this is from a digikit I bought a while back. Actually, it's a few years now, two years maybe. I don't remember who I bought them from. I bought them somewhere on Etsy. It's printable, so I buy digikits. And on the back side I had an old calendar, you know, the one with, you know, one spread is 1 week, one of those. And they had this little kind of memory things, remember stuff, so I cut one out and put on the back. So you can reuse your calendars, you can reuse your almanacs, you can reuse your like time things. Here, this is also, and it says to do in Swedish, att göra. And this is also from one of those pages. Hair sticker. And here, this is a little bunny sticker. I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit because this is so cute. Oh, look at that. Look at that, how cute you are. Actually, now that we have that pocket, maybe we should put something else in there. Oh, I have this. Let's put this one in here too. There we go. And I'm going to zoom back out again so you can see the full thing, kind of there. And this is also from that same book with, is it Peter the Rabbit in English? I'm not sure. It's Beatrice Potter book anyway, and they had these beautiful kind of swirly things at the edges of the papers. So I ripped them out, and I thought that was a nice corner. This one I also inked the edges in green, just very slightly, just to give it a little hint of green. I did more green on this side because I inked the edges. I just ripped part of the image, and I thought that was a really, really cute corner. You don't, like, if you have a pretty picture or image, you don't have to use the whole thing. You can just rip out a corner or a straight edge or something. So these are, this is dyed, but I'm trying to remember what this is dyed with. I don't remember. This one is coffee dyed, of course. And then we have a little sticker here again from a book, same book, and I inked the edges and glued down a sticker. And on this side I covered it with paper, sticker, and a leaf, and it says develop, but in Swedish, utveckla. A little flower, again packaging paper, more stickers. I really like these stickers. This paper is from Your Creative Studio, and I kind of just saved as much of these papers as possible because I really love the papers, and knowing me, I won't be able to afford to buy more of they have subscription boxes, and I love those. They are amazing. But knowing me, I probably won't be able to afford them. So I've been kind of saving them, but they ended up in this journal. Believe you can and you're halfway there. Did it in the program Canva and just printed it out on paper and cut it out, inked and stuff like that. A little bunny stamp. Yes. And here I took one of the pictures from the book, and it was pretty on both sides. The picture on the other side of the page was a bit smaller. Thankfully it had a lot of white around it, so I could rip around this image. And I kind of made a hinge with a fabric strip. Ooh, you can see that a little bit better. So I made the hinge with a fabric strip. So I glued the fabric strip here, so it's a bit on this, and also glued it back on the page. I made the fold, and this is also just a printout. I made it in Canva and just printed it out. You are awesome. Because she is really awesome, the person I'm giving this to. And ripped edges on the page. On this side, I put a paper clip to keep everything in. So let me take this out and just show you. So I took the big, so this is a 3-inch hole punch. And you, of course, you don't have to use them, but I use a lot and it takes forever to cut them out. So to speed up the process, and it helps my hands too. It's easier to just do one punch than sit there and cut and cut and cut and cut. But you can just take something and make a round circle from, take your mug or something and just make a round circle from that and cut it out if you want to. But I really like round pockets. There's something about that that really, put that away, that really like kind of makes me happy. So and I took a little leaf from fabric flower. So I took one layer. I take fabric flowers apart, and I took one layer and then a sticker on top. So I made a little pocket there. In the pocket we have, this is just some little odd pieces of paper that I have, and that you can make some notes on, and shopping lists and stuff like that. And here again, I just took a little piece of paper. I cut it with kind of wavy scissors. So this is the paper. So I cut it with wavy scissors and corner punch, and took an image, inked the image and the paper around the edges with green. I didn't do very like a thick green line on the paper, just a thick on the image. And then I have some hand dyed papers inside. I think these are onion peel dyed, I think. And just tied it with a little string. So remember to use your dyed paper too, because I know when I started dyeing papers, I was I didn't really want to use them because it took so long to dye them, and I was kind of saving them. But remember, use your papers. Here I just took a green paper, inked around the edges, and glued on a cute lace that I thought was really fitting. And you can see the paper clip sticking up with the little floof there. So if you flip it over, we have a bunny. I did a bunny paper clip. One of these kind of that are hidden on one side, and you put a little bunny there. The bunny is holding other bunnies, and on the back side, this is again from that same calendar planner. Planner is the word I'm looking for, not calendar, planner. So this is what the bottom looked like, and you remember this one, that's the back of previous, and this I have on another one. So to do and just remember things. So it's a really good journaling card, and just a nice sticker that was really fitting with the green. I thought flowers and writing, and you should write there. And you can write here too. I was debating if I was going to put a sticker or something here, but nah, I figured you can write something there instead. I had to drink some tea too. Okay, so I thought when I made the journal, I make my journal by making the I sew in the signatures first and then decorate, which means most of my journals look like this. They're really gaping. I make these really chunky alligator mouth journals, kind of floppy. And this one, I didn't put that many papers in. I was going to make a rather flat one that was going to be easily stored. Yeah, and then I started to decorate it, and I figured it's not enough papers in here to write on. So I glued in an extra piece of paper here, and then you can write on the back and underneath. So it also makes a little nice flip thing. And there I put a little sticker with a bunny. Again, it's a bunny theme. Here I took a little corner and cut it nicely. Just kind of just rounding it a bit and glued on a piece of, I forgot the name. What's that? Doily, paper doily, and ink, and yeah, you know that. And I thought these stickers were really. She's also a big tea drinker. We both drink tea quite a lot. I drink a lot of coffee too. Coffee, but I'm out. So I have been drinking tea for like 3 weeks now. And I thought these were so cute. So you kind of open them like this. But, I don't want to break them because they're kind of thin. So I want to be a bit careful. There. So it says to from there. And you have like that. And there. So cute. And then you just fold it together and there's a slit there. So you put that dog in there. Bloop. I thought these were really cute. And this one has a little hair, and that squirrel, this is AI created for sure. This is definitely an AI pick because squirrels don't have that long ears. That's like hair. They taken the bunny and taken those ears and made them squirrel ears. So this is AI made, but I thought it was cute and I like the colors like that. So that's poor squirrel. But I really like it, and I think it looks pretty nice in there. So there we go. And here we have another one of those your creative studio papers. And on the back we have wisdom. Visdom in Swedish. It's just kind of almost spelled the same way. So we have some extra stickers in here. A little bit of paper for her to write on. So this one is folded up so you can unfold it, and she has nice little place to write things, or she can just hide away little trinkets or stuff like that. I'm gonna pause. So that's there. And on this side, this is from a calendar, like one of those that you flip over and you have that hangs. You have an image on top and then the dates and stuff on the bottom, and you hang it on the wall. That's where these are from, and these are from the back side of that, so you can kind of see the calendar there. So this one was really colorful and floral, so I figured let's do this. So this is another one of the image from the calendar. I got a lot of images. I still have leftover images, so I could probably make another one of these. Not the same one, but it's looking the same, but one with bunny themed. Collect memories, the little bunny. And again, I just took the image, cut it down, punched the corners. I glued on some flowers and put little clear stickles. It's crystal in the center, so it's a little bit blingy. And then just put in some leftover papers inside. Oh yeah, on the back side, so you wouldn't see the calendar, because it was a used calendar. So I had, like, in the days I had written down, what I was doing. So I glued another piece of paper on the inside to make it pretty. Yeah. And I have an orange flower there, and it was kind of brownie bunny, so I took orange embroidery floss. So that, go inside. I want you to hide. I want you to hide and be a better surprise. So this is just a little leftover from paper, and I thought it was pretty, so I just cut it out and put it there. Here's a punch of a butterfly, and I open up, and it's a teacup. So not all pages are, and like I said, I thought I had not enough papers in, so of course I had to put in some more papers. So here I just glued in a whole bunch, and I put punched butterflies. These are punched from magazine paper, just piece of a floral image, and you just punch them out, and I think they're kind of nice. Oh, I'm not going to lift it up. I'm going to zoom in. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to hit you. Did you hurt yourself? I hope not. So here, and I rounded the corners on these, and I just glue them in. Oh, oops, glue stuck. That's another good reason to flip through, so I know that no pages are stuck. Here I put in a little tab, and I glued just a sticker on top. And I have this little book. I have a video on these, I think, somewhere, where you just punch and glue them in. And then you can have a little extra writing space if you want to. Oh, I feel so rusty filming. I don't remember how to do this anymore. So again, she like me loves flowers and plants and stuff like that. So I try to have quite a lot of that in here too. Minions, and Coffee Dyed, and of course green embroidery floss. So we're in the middle of the first signature. A little flower sticker. So I took a purple flower sticker because you can see the purple flower back there. And again, a little purple and pink. And here we go with, oops, almost dropping this on the floor. I have a little pocket. Now, I'm going to show you in a minute. So I put some stickles there, I put some stickles there, and I put some stickles here. So you kind of bind it together, and there's also stickles there and there. So kind of not only stickles there, but kind of something that binds the page together. And since we have purple there, I took a bunny with a bit of blue and a little bit of darker purple in the background. So cute. And oops, that's another. So this is the book. This is the image from the calendar. And I put tracker in this. Progress, not perfection. And I use tracker. This is a tracker stamp that I use so much. And of course it's hidden somewhere right now. Oh, here it is. This is a stamp. And I use it so much for myself too. And I did a whole little thing with just stamping this tracker thing. So she can track like a lot of stuff. Maybe walking or income or whatever, you know. This needs to be done today. Now this tracker have 7 columns like this, so you can do one for each week, and you can say like take a walk, and then it's Monday, Tuesday, you know, like that if you want to. And this says success, but in Swedish framgång. And also in that pocket we have another little sticker, and since it's an Easter gift and bunnies, I thought this one fit nicely. And here's another little notebook with a little bow on top and a bunny. And you just have some papers in there to write little things on. So there's a lot of removables in this. So you can make it thinner quite fast by just taking out the removables. So this pocket kind of looks like, what's that? You can see it's kind of greenery and some flowers, but the rest of the image is here. So I've taken one image and just flopped it over. And on the inside I glued a page, so it's quite thick. So I glued in a paper here, and to secure the flower properly in the corner, I hand sewed a button up at the top. So here we have like a full place to write. And if we flip over to the other side, we have inspire and happiness on this flip, and flip it over, and here you have a pocket with some other stuff. So this used to be a magnet, but that I had on my fridge, but the magnet on the back side was too bad. It just kept falling off. So I ripped the magnet out, and now I just punched a hole, glued some paper on the back, and put some strings on. So she can hang this up as a decor in her house if she wants to. She can put it in a gift bag. She can like give it as a gift to someone, you know. And it says, no, you don't have the same word for it. Dust bunnies can be a proof that someone did something funnier, something more fun, or, you know, just quick translation. And we have a sticker that says today for her planner. And we have rise and shine. And since the paper is brown, I thought an orange sticker was really good. And we have some more stickers with teacup and plants. So I hope she's gonna love this. I hope. Now this little bunny kind of lost an ear. Poor thing. This again is from a DigiKit, and I just glued it onto some thicker paper, just printer paper, I think. And it gets quite thick. It's printed on printed paper, and I glued it onto printed paper, and as you can hear, it's still kind of thick. This one is from a paper pack of some kind. And you can just write on the back there. I think it's going to be that way. No? No, then the bow is upside down. Okay. This feels upside down somehow. I feel it should be that way. But yeah. Yeah, okay. Never mind. And here is one of the images from the book again. And it was an image on the other side, so I kind of just ripped around the edges so she can reuse this as she wants. And just a piece of paper to write on. More bunny stickers. More bunny stickers. There we go. And here is just a piece left over from fancy paper, scrapbook paper. I found a card with bunnies. It was too wide, so I cut it down a little bit and I rounded the corners. So yeah, I thought that was cute. She can use that. She can send it to someone, or just keep it for herself. And this is a poem I found in a weekly magazine. So in your weekly magazines, you can see people sending poems or like funny stories and stuff. And you can cut them out and just glue them onto some paper like this, and use it kind of as a cover on a little tiny book. Here we have some little dangles. I love dangles. And you are sliding down. Why are you sliding down? There we go. Okay, what happened to my dialect? I don't know. So we have a little pocket, another image ripped out from the book, a little sticker, and the sun is going. We got clouds all of a sudden. And here is Lipton had on their yellow label tea bags. They used to be fun. Now they have this. Oh, I can show you. These are what they look today. So we have yellow label there, and we turn it over, and we have an L. And I don't know why, because I don't know, that's crap. And I glued them down, and I kind of left the strings to flop around. I thought that was kind of fun. And these said, tea and chill, sit back and relax. Sip back and relax, not sit, sip. Have a tea-rific day. Throw... I can't see what it says there. Actually, I should probably peel this up a little bit. 3 minutes from something beautiful. And they put like tea. Beautiful. There it is. Appreciate the little things. And I really like those. I wish they kept them because it was wonderful. I loved getting them, and I can use them for so much. I still have a few. I found this one, sit back and relax, but I already have that one on there, so I don't need to put that one in. So in this pocket here, we have a little piece of paper. I got it in some paper pack somewhere. Because a lot of us, we sell some stuff that we're not currently using. And that's so much fun to have someone else, someone else's stuff that they kind of, yeah, I don't really want that anymore. And I just go, ooh, this one for me. That's new for me. Another little pretty sticker. Handmade with love stickers, and thank you for your order stickers. And now we go to the front here, the little cuties. Look at the bunnies. This is the bunnies. How cute are they? And since we have a lot of green here and green there, of course, I went in with green strings and some green beads and some green leaves. Right there, yes, I like that. And I put another paper on the inside. And those are also from some DigiKit, because I look at the paper and it's definitely something I printed out. So I probably have this DigiKit somewhere, unless it is on my the laptop I had that broke, because I lost a lot there because I didn't do the backup. I'm so I have to always back up and double check that I have like copies and stuff of everything. And of course, when it broke, I hadn't done it in a while. Of course, that's when it breaks. So the DigiKit might be on the laptop still that is broken. Anyway, again from the book, and I found a little. It's so cute. I had it. So cute. So cute. Yes. And here is again, for some reason I thought I didn't have enough pages, so I glued another page in. And on the back side of this, I put an image from a magazine. Just a lot of flowers. And it says embrace nature. I found a sticker there. Said embrace nature, and I just love this image. And it was just one of those weekly magazines. And this is also from a weekly magazine, and it had a full spread with flowers. And it says spring frenzy, kind of. And in there is a little book that I decoupaged. This is a napkin that I decoupaged on and ironed it. It's kind of a canvas paper that and then I ironed it so it became flat after it had dried, of course. And put a little Finnish, a little stamp from Finland with a lot of yellow flowers, and so green and yellow, yes. And here again we took one of these tracker stamp reading list, so she has a full little notebook because she reads a lot, so I figured this one would be perfect for her. So there we go. And she often gave the books to me afterwards so I can read them and then resell them. Yes, and same paper for the butterfly and this I just put a little flip up. Oh, good gracious, more tourists, says the moose there. It's a mama moose. I like that, that's so funny. So, and they have, this is from their company, part of their company, part of what she does. She breeds bunnies, she has chickens, she rents out cabins to tourists, she works as a nurse. They like everything. They make firewood and sell. They're like everything. They're like everywhere. I don't know anyone that works as hard as she does. She's like everywhere doing everything. So I figured I'd do something for her. And this one says growth. It's a bunny. And here I went in, I can't really kind of see it. I went in with a metallic pen around the edge there, just to give it a little bit of, so you can see that it is a flap and not just this glued into the center of the page. Jeez, I'm talking a lot. Let's speed up. Coffee dyed lace, book image, and I don't know what this is dyed with. I don't remember. Bunny sticker. They're so cute. Look how cute they are. So cute. I just love them. So cute. These are some flowers. I think I did a video somewhere a long time ago on how I make these flowers. I just cut out little kind of figure eights and just glue them and spin as a glue. So these are 2 flowers on each side, and I think that looks nice. And another little bunny from DigiKit that I, instead of cutting out the image, just ripped out the kind of motif itself. There's another one on handmade flowers, and a reading list that I stamped on a different page and glued on. And another page that I glued on to the Edith Holden page. And cut up some lace and made some little flowers. And here we have a little flip up, just a little, so it's something to write on. And I tried to keep this page because the poetry was nice there, and the bird is nice and everything. Then I found this. So here I have a paper clip. So you know what? I think I'm going to take this tassel and put it onto this paper clip, because I made this little kind of green and yellow tassel that fits. So I'm going to put it just in there and there. There. Now it's on there. So I found these. These are from, I don't know if it's 1800s or like early 1900s. Some little ads. And since she's breeding chickens and also selling eggs, this is for chickens and turkeys. And this chicken feed for them. And here we have some other ads. The old ads are just so much pretty. So much pretty. And here we have from Flora book. And I just folded in the pages. This one is slightly too tall, but hey, there we go. And on this side, so now we have the tassel hanging there. And on this side, like I said, I thought it was not enough pages. Yeah. So I punched out some lined paper and just glue them into one side here. So yeah. And this flora spread here that I put in is actually glued in after the fact. As you can see there, I just glued it into there. So it's not sewn in, it's glued onto this page. So that's how you can add some simple pages. Under here we have, of course, a little pocket that I put an image on. And I see now that I put the image on sideways. It should be that way. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, so here we have Peter Bunny and lined papers on the back, inked edges, a little sticker, and just a little paper again to write on. And I can't believe I made that mistake. That's gonna bother me. I'm glad this is moving. This is from the cover of the calendar from the wall. I just cut out the bunnies. I was thinking of making them into a pocket, but I was also worried that since this is glossy paper, very thick glossy paper, I was worried that it would come loose if I make a pocket. So I just glue them on there, because why not? So since the bunnies are sticking out a bit there, I glued some extra paper on this side and put a little bunny image. Yes, here's another way to add more pages. I glue them on in the top there. There are 3 pages, 4 pages. Oh, there's more. There's 4 pages. 4 pages in here, and I glued them just. I started with the bottom one, glued that to the top, then I glued the next, and then I glued the next, and so on. And then I put some lace on top there. And there. And here we have another bunny. And I bought these crocheted little flowers. If you're good at crocheting, make little flowers. They are so beautiful. This one is from a lace that I just cut out, and Embrace Growth. Coffee dyed image, washi tape. And here I had a scrap piece of green paper, so I glued that first, and then I glued some leaves on top of that green paper and just made it really bright. Very bright page. So on this side the paper was sticking out, so I took some green ribbon, edge trim actually, and these are stamps that I then colored in and cut out. So I glued them on there. And here's another one. So we have some there and there, and bunny. And of course hand dyed papers and so on. This is again from another fairy tale book, storybook for children, and they usually have such pretty pictures. And I just ripped them out. The text was here, and I just ripped out the text, and I love that. Stamped moments onto him, and oh, there we go. And on this side I just put some paper with text on it. And I took another Burns poem, translated into Swedish, on there. Oh yeah, a tree. Yes, we put a tree there. So here we had another little bunny card, and I was wondering how I was going to put it on there. Then I glued some ripped fabric, but it was so thin, so up here the glue seeped through and it wasn't pretty, so I put some lace on. Then I did some little stitching. So I did some stitching, and I left the edges, and I put a little birdhouse and a leaf. Thought they were really cute, and letting them hang out. And since the stitches go through the fabric, the lace the fabric and comes out on the other side. So now I have a cute decoration on this side too. Yay! I like that. And since this is green, I took this green. And I cut out, because this is from another calendar, and it was made, no, actually, yes, a calendar that was made by like a charity organization or something. So I thought the person who made this should be here. So I cut that out and put that on top of there. And here we just have some piece of paper. We have this piece of paper, and it's kind of greenish. It's a bit lighter green. And a sticker and some extra papers. And I think we're gonna put, I have all this stuff that I was gonna add. So I think we put that in somewhere in the back. Maybe we'll put this one in here. There we go. So I have another little notebook. Here we have some flowers glued onto the top and stickles in the center and embrace joy. Another image from the book. Another image from the book. Another image from the book. And here's another image. And this one I just glued. I didn't strengthen it with fabric or anything. I just glued the side to there, so it's a little flap. And this image I put a little sticker on top with a frame. And another little sticker that kind of blends in. It almost disappears. And here I didn't put anything. But if I flip it over, we got a big. You can't really see that it's so colorful. It's kind of pastel, but it has a lot of different colors. And a sticker. It's so cute. And then I did this. So this one you can flip out and write on top. And this one you can flip down and write on top. And here's two cards that says, "You are amazing because," and you flip over, "You keep all my secrets secret. You are amazing because you never act like a skrutt," like the inner part of an apple. I'm kind of apple core, I guess. Doesn't sound as good in English, does it? Little leaf, because here now we're going into a bit more orangey, so I took an orangey leaf and put a bit more red on the sticker. Here's one again, a stamp that I colored in, cut out, and here you can see kind of orangey. Now here is a thing that happened. So I bought these rather cheap earrings. Where did that go? There. This is the other part of it, and it just fell apart. It wasn't really properly put on there, so this would have been a really long, nice dangle, but it kind of fell apart. First time I flipped through, it just fell apart. So yeah, that's the thing with cheap earrings, isn't it? So since this pocket is kind of short, I use a paper clip to keep the images and stuff in. So we have a little paper, we have a page of stickers, and again digital, and just glued it onto some paper, cut it out, and just a little thing to write on, and an image from the book. And I thought that was just cute. And when we put this one there, oh, hang on, we have to take it out again. On this side we have this is the pocket and the flip out. It's so cute. And on this side I glued some paper. Here there we have a little flip out. I'll just put this back on. There we go. Here I chose to go with planters and so on, and just kind of make it rather simple page, not too much decoration. And I went around the edge with kind of a metal marker, green metal marker. What do we have next? Oh, we have a flower up in the corner, and we have sticker and a piece of book. And again, I went with the metal marker around the edges to kind of make it, kind of combine it. So here I put some stickers and the book image on the back, and you can do this and write on the inside. So there, and another sticker, one of those time capsule, and another sticker with a bunny. Since it's Easter, I think that's kind of nice. But like a lot of these images don't have to be Easter just because it's bunnies, of course. This pocket is one of my favorite pockets. Look at that pocket. So I just took some stiffer brown cardstock and flowers and leaves and glued it on, and some stickles in there. I just love that pocket. In there I put "Awakening Your True Self." And color-wise, I thought this was really awesome. But it looked kind of empty. So yes, of course, I had to make a little one of these notebooks. And I thought the background of this really matched the image on the paper, kind of color-wise. And same on this, kind of, and a flower. And again, since these are removables, let's see what else we can put in there. Actually, I think this paper would look good in there. So I'm going to fold this up and put it in there. Let's put something there so we know where we are. So there we go. Now that's folded in. I want to put it in the back here. There we go. There we go. Let's flip over. And we have another one of these little flip outs so you can write something and hide it. So if someone's looking, you can kind of hide and write it in there. And here I put another, this was just a piece of scrap from paper, and put an image from the book there. And here we have, these are postcards from my next door village. And just a little paper and a nice little notebook again that you can just write whatever on. And I think I have this one that's gonna move in here because it's kind of big, so I don't think it fit very well anywhere else. So you can write on the back. We just used it. You can frame these images too if you want to. I mean, you can just. And when you get a junk journal, you can always rip stuff up, use them for something else. It's your journal. You do whatever you want. Here we have some stuff in here, so I'm gonna remove the big paper clip there. And in here we have another one of these little scrap notebooks. So just put in some scrap paper. It's full flip outs. You know, I just took some paper, and just folded it so it will fit the cover again. It's a cute bunny. Such a cute bunny. Such a cute bunny. And I found this green and white string, and I thought it fit the page really well. So I'm hiding him in there, or her, whatever it is. And here again, I glued and sewed a little flower up in the corner, and some string, some lace string, whatever we want to call that. Here again, like I said, I don't think I have enough papers in here, so I added another paper. Sticker of bunny. I cut out the white part around it so it kind of blends a bit more. And up here I glued some flowers on top of each other. So we have this little extra page with a little bunny in the corner. Oh, cute bunny. Oh, the sun is really messing with me. I love this little, should I call it lace or string? Ribbon maybe. Ribbon maybe? What would you call that? Lace or ribbon? I don't know. So here we have, and we have again some fun stuff that's sticking up. I like stuff that sticks out. So I have this sticking out too, and it's just a little flower sticking out, and a sticker just on this side. Washi tape, and I found a stencil of a chicken. That fits so nicely right there. One of these little scrap thingies on one side, and on the other side I just glued some layers from different flowers, because here we have yellow flowers and a little orange bunny. So we have joy there. I ripped around the edges and inked it on the inside. We have brown packaging paper and another little bunny. It's so cute. Oh, this is such a cute one. A little pocket with goals. And I think we'll put something else fun in here. This one is probably way too big. I don't think, yeah, no, it doesn't go in the pocket. Oh, we just put this one in here too. I mean, it can never be thick enough, right? At the bottom here, I put a piece of lace. And this side, you remember, I made a very thick journal quite a while back. I don't remember what I called it, but it had this on the bottom, this whole thing. And this is just a piece of scrap from that journal that I glued on here and made into a pocket. And it says, "You are brilliant." And this is from one of those, you know, you buy those books with kind of quotes and kind of motivational stuff and so on. And I just cut one out and put lined paper on the back and cut it down a little bit to size. It was way too big, and inked the edges. So that's what that is. This is just a folded piece of paper. Just a piece of folded paper with, I think this is digiprint I did. Just put it on there. I'm gonna move that because we have up here, and it looks like an envelope, but no, it's one of these, so you can write on. Yay! And a little crocheted. I love crocheted. It bulks up the journals like crazy, but they're so cute, and it makes it so homey. It's kind of, I don't know. And this is from another storybooks, children's storybooks, and this is the end part, and it says World's End. So now you know. And I thought that was fitting at the end page. So here we have a little bookmark. We have a couple of pages to write on. Oh, that one should not be in there. Thank goodness I opened this. Jobs to do. Jobs I can't afford to pay someone else to do. Yes, I thought that was funny. And this one is things I must remember not to forget list. My name, where I am. I think these are funny. I hope she liked them. And a little bookmark. And this pocket is kind of tight and tall, so you can't put too much in there. So that was it. I had plans to put a little bit of extra stuff in there, but I don't know where. Let's see if we can find a pocket for this one. This is a sticker with books. Like I said, she likes to read. So I don't want it too far in the front. Oh. This one is too deep. It will disappear. Let's see, what else do we have? Maybe this pocket. Oh, this bothers me now that I saw it. I didn't see it earlier. Don't know how to fix that. I was thinking of gluing these little guys. These are very glossy, thick paper, but I don't know. Maybe I glue them together like this and make it dangles into them. I don't know. I don't need more stuff in this. This is kind of full. So I made this for her for Easter. So hopefully I get to deliver it this weekend. I hope I get the chance to pass her village this weekend. So I want stuff to stick out. Now I'm debating with myself if I should put beads on these or not. I'm not sure if I'm just going to leave them as is or put beads on them. So tell me what you think. Should I put beads on these or not? I don't know. I think this will be her first ever journal. Junk journal. I don't think I've ever made one like proper. I'm thinking maybe I did one of those smaller envelope journals with house remedies, old house remedies. Maybe I made one of those for her. I don't know. Oh, this is that needs to be longer. I don't think I did. So this will be her first, and I hope the thickness doesn't scare her away, that she will actually like this one. I don't know. What do you think? Did you enjoy it? Did you get any tips and ideas? And I'm sorry about the light, because that sun is, the clouds and everything is like all over the place. Maybe I put this one here. Yeah, that's a good thing. So there. So now I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm still debating on this. Maybe I put a few beads on there. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I already have stuff hanging out, so maybe I don't. Yeah, maybe I put some beads on there. So I got my sewing kit and tested some needles, and in the meantime, someone stole my chair. Hi. Hi. Hey. Yep. Yeah. Okay. And we have the vet with him next week. Oh, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. So I'm gonna put some beads on here as soon as I get my chair back. and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so now we have some beads on there. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on the knots just to make sure they're there. I just noticed that the knots are not big enough, so the beads can still slide over them. On the top, I made a top knot there, so the beads wouldn't slide, but they do slide over it, all of them, even though I tried to make bigger knots on some. So I tried not to make them the same length, but turned out they are kind of very similar in length anyway. So yeah, so anyway, that is this, and I hope you liked it. And I forgot to put this one in, so I need to untie it again and put this one in somewhere, because I think warmest hugs from me to you. Maybe I should put this in the front here. Maybe I just do a little fold and put it in here. There we have it. Okay, and here we have the side. It stands up. I'm sorry, the sun is really bothering both me and the phone and everything. It is quite strong right there, so I have it straight in my face. So yeah, that is what we got today. Only 2 signature, and it took me an hour to film the flip through. Yay! A bit more actually, because I paused a lot and I didn't finish my tea, so guess I was babbling a lot again. I hope I'll be back really soon. We still have the projects that I was doing when I kind of just vanished into the land of winter and pain and burnout. So we still have those projects. We have a lot of started projects that need to get finished, and I hope I'm back for good this time. I hope this inspired you, made you run to craft room and do a little bit extra and all of that fun stuff. And I'm glad I put the beads on the bottom. Yes, they kind of matched. I kind of wish these were a bit darker, but yeah, it is what it is. I'll see you guys in the next one. I don't know when it's gonna be, because I'm scared to promise anything. I keep promising and say, yeah, I'm gonna upload every like Wednesday or Friday or whatever, and then I hit burnout or something happens or technology is not with me, and then I have to break it. So I'm not gonna promise anything. I just hope that I will be back really soon with something new, and I hope you like this one. And I just dropped a bunch of beads on the floor. Awesome! I'll see you. I'll see you. Bye.